Welcome to My Name Isn't Patrick. My name is Patrick, and this is the Peer Review Beer Review, where I am doing something different, actually. Normally I have surprise beers in a bag, but now I have known factors. I've gotten some of the most mainstream beers for a reason. Now, doing mostly craft beer reviews, I'm familiar with a site called Beer Advocate. You can go through, rate your favorite beers, a lot of small craft brewery ones. It attracts a lot of people, I don't know, people like me, who sit in their basement and judge beers, 30 and up with scraggly beards and terrible fashion sense, just going on YouTube, just being mean about stuff. But on the worst list are some of the most mainstream, basic light beers that you could think of. And honestly, you would expect this, right? I think that you can just drink whatever, to be honest. Whatever you want, whenever you want. I don't care. Whatever you like is good. But there's probably a reason people don't like these light beers. And let's be honest. The real purpose of these is to just drink maybe a few of them, a bunch of them, or just have something in your hands so you don't feel idle. But I actually I've had this Bud Light here years ago, but I thought about it. I was going through this worst beers list, and I was like, I actually haven't had a bunch of these 8-9 years ago, and versus something like that I've actually never tasted at all, even though these are some of the most recognizable brands out there. So I would actually crack them open, give it a test, see if there's anything redeeming about them, and see if all of the worst are actually the worst, at least in my opinion. So we're going to see. And like we said in our last episode, in our tribute, we lost our Guinness cup, so we'll be working with Eagles mugs and regular mugs. Never forget Guinness cup. First one to start off, Bud Light. Real simple one. Probably, I don't know if it's the most mainstream beer, the most popular light beer out there, because I was curious when I was doing this, am I actually going to taste like a real difference, or are they all going to taste pretty much mass markety the same? This is all just a test to see if they're any different. Yeah, all right, that's the taste of air, mostly air. I can't remember. Jeez. This, takes me back to being at a club and having about 50 cent, Thursday nights. What's it now with inflation? $1.50, something like that, even on the good sale nights. Bud Light, at least it doesn't taste like aluminum can. I would say it tastes like a hint of beer. Yeah, thanks for that, Bud Light. It feels weird just rating the light beer. I feel like I could just go through that whole can in about a couple seconds. What do other people say? What are their actual ratings for it? Because why is this rating so bad? It's sitting here with a 1.87. For reference, it's out of 5, and almost nothing out of the thousands of beers are on here. Nothing goes below 2. Anything below 2 is just abysmal. So who's actually rating it more than 1 or 2? Who's actually going yeah, Bud Light? What do they say? One user here says, word of advice, don't start your evening with this. Drink the good stuff, liquor first, and then drink this till you pass out for the night. Okay, that's one way to like a beer. Another user says it's a typical college beer or lawn mowing beer that is only drank ice cold or shotgunned and slammed back during beer pong and or chug fest. Okay, and last we have, only buy this if you're looking to drink nonstop for hours at a party or something. Okay, so basically what I'm getting here is, if you like it, it's because you want to drink a lot of them. And it gets you drunk is certainly a way to review a beer. I wouldn't say that that's your best criticism, but it is true. You can basically just roll right through this. And that's kind of the essence of light beer, I guess. As I get older, I wonder what's the point? I get it years ago, but now I feel like I don't know. I just don't have the energy to be doing that. And you see these big cans? I'm not keeping this. I don't have all the time in the world to be dealing with this. This whole batch is $6.40. I could have gotten a whole case full, gotten tons of it for 50 cents a beer, but I'm not putting that in my fridge because I don't need all that space, all that time. You see where I upload these? That's pretty much whenever I'm drinking. It's 2-3 times a week. It's too much. I'm intimidated. I'm old now. I'm getting there. I don't have the time for this. Natty Light, famous. This is going to be a heavily edited video. I know, I can already tell. Oh, that's even less. That's even less. I have that's even less. I'm even sadder. Bud Light I can at least taste. Forget the palate. What am I washing my palate for? I can at least taste it in here. Wow, Natural Light. That isn't even here. It smells like the brewery, like the back room where all the tin and aluminum is. Like it smells like the worst part of it. I've never had a Natural Light before, and I think it's probably going to keep that way. Our rating for Natural Light here on the site is 1.74. So this is the worst. I think it's the third or second worst on the whole website. This is slammed for being bad. They even give you an extra ounce, 25 ounces. What do I want that one? Is that a selling point? 1 extra ounce? Is that really really oh man, 1 more fluid ounce than a Coors. I better get that. One user says best beer. Another user, if George Washington drank this beer when he was crossing the Delaware, he would have gotten there a day earlier. Light, refreshing, the official beer of South Carolina. No beer goes down better after hauling fish over the side of a boat all day. You all snobs drink your skunky IPAs and get other dudes to unhook your fish for you because they're icky. Solid burn. I can unhook my own fish. Thank you very much. I'll have you know. This is what's getting me. It's like there's only IPAs and then there's only light beers. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. Even in the Bud Light one, your liver won't give out half as fast as someone who drinks IPAs. I don't think that's true. I don't think your liver degrades faster on IPAs versus 30 light beers. That's not how it works. I don't understand why there's a war versus like hyper bitter IPA. There's all these type of beers. There's all these type of German beers and wheat beers and citrusy. I mean, they're IPAs too, but there's citrus blends now. Everything's got like a fruit tinge to it. It's gone. This isn't 2010 anymore, where it's like everything is a double hopped, mega triple, like bitter, like thick stout beer. Like this is. You got variety. You don't have to pay $10 a beer or $1 a beer. There's $4 beers that are $6 beers that are great. I'm like all worked up, and here I am with a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna have a nice, refreshing one at the end of the day. Biggest pop in regular mug. Coors Light time. Here we go. The one that sits in your mouth the longest with any sort of taste. I don't know if that really makes it better. Yeah, I can still see the camera. I swear to God, those are the only 4 sips I've had so far. It has the most probably taste, I think, out of all of them. I think there's more stuff that lingers there. It's still a light beer. It's not like we're getting any further away. I'm going to check over here by the comments. Let's see what I got. Coors Light, out of everybody, has the highest rating of 2.05, just over the 2 threshold. Again, I don't want to see the bad ratings. Everybody says the bad stuff. I want to hear I want to see what the people who like it said. Another user here says, it's been my go-to light beer for 25 years. It's like an old comfortable pair of shoes or your favorite jeans. They may not be trendy or show class, but boy, are they comfortable. And I guess that kind of like shows like the long-lasting brand power of this. I wonder if there's a lot of nostalgia. I don't know many people my age who are still like rushing to go back to certain beer brands. I don't know. These things are such legacies. I don't know if anybody is really like clamoring for beer nostalgia. That might be new to me. And last, another, I think I might be onto something. Says great, classic, inexpensive, goes down smooth. That's what I want. Maybe there's some like nostalgia, especially in some of the light beers and some of the Coors Light. I don't know this. I'm millennial. I'm like mid to late millennial happening over here. So like, I don't know if some people are coming at this like takes me back to the 90s. If this is you and that's a thing, tell me, because right now this takes me back to like Pitbull playing on like way too loudly someplace in the middle of Pennsylvania. That's what this is. Oh, I guess my score. What's my score? Numbers 2-2-1. I didn't like Natty Light at all. That's going to do a great job going down my sink. Coors Light we're putting first, and second place, Bud Light as Acceptable. That's it. There's my brands. But I want to do the best of the worst. I think that's fun. I want to pull up some of the maybe the worst, but I'm gonna go continue to run through some of my surprise beers after this for a little bit. So that's all for now. Have a nice day.